Hello and welcome. This is Eagle Eye 621, and what you see behind me is a mobile mob XP farm, maybe a micro mobile mob XP farm. And here's your basic scenario. You're out around in your world, you're flying, and you realize that you don't have a lot of durability left on your elytra, and you see it's starting to get dark, and you need to make it home, and you need to get some quick XP in order to repair your wings or your tools, just because you're out far enough away from your normal XP farm and you need a quick boost. So the idea is to have something that you can set up very quickly in under 1 minute that will give you some XP. It's not going to give you great XP, but it's better than nothing, especially if you're just going to be hunkering down in the dark anyways. So you can probably see exactly what this is behind me, but let me show you some of the exact criteria to make these as efficient as possible and to make these as simple to build as possible. And you see what we'll need behind me in the chest right there, but you also want to make sure that this is something that doesn't take up a lot of inventory space so that you can always keep it on you for whenever that need does arise. Before I show you that, let me quickly ask you to just scroll down and hit that subscribe button. Does really help the channel out a lot, and most of you are still not subscribers. So let's take a look at the materials that you need, and you will be not shocked to see it's not a lot. You're going to want a turtle egg, you're going to want 2 trapdoors, they could be any variety, and you are going to want to have a bucket of water. Now it's best if you also have a silk touch shovel or a silk touch pickaxe. If you don't, you are going to want to add a slab to that list, and then a torch is really optional, just if you want some light around your area. And then this is just how I'm going to show how this works. And what you're going to want to do is find a nice flat spot. So let's find a nice flat spot over here. You're going to want to place down your egg. You're going to put your trapdoor up against this egg, just like that, and open it up. And then you're going to want to form a box that goes 2 out from the egg. And this is to make sure that the mobs that are attracted to the egg aren't able to reach and step on it, which would destroy the egg and ruin the farm. And you can see I've even gone a little bit too far. You don't have to make it an extra box just like this, but this is helpful. And then you want to come down 3 from this block. So this is our first layer. We want to go down 1 more, just like this. And this is now 2, and the 3rd right here. Now, while you were doing this, if you had a silk touch shovel, you likely would have gotten some grass if you're in that area. You want to match where this side is and place another trapdoor, just like that, and then close it, and also close this one so you have a gap right there. And then you're going to pick a corner and you're going to put your water bucket down, and you'll notice it'll go all the way over to one corner, but it won't overflow. And from this you're going to want to go down somewhere between 18 and 20 blocks. And when you're digging down, you always want to be careful. If you want to do the method where you go down like this to make sure you don't fall into anything, that works. You just want to generally cover up this area behind you. So as you can see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Split the difference there and go 19. Now, you don't have to be exact. Did think I'd bring back some counting with Eagle Eye though, just so everybody could be happy. Break a little area here for you to step into, and give yourself a little platform, and you can close that in. Before you do that, if you want to add your torch, you can of course add your torch so it doesn't get black when I just did that. And this is going to be your little hidey hole area. Now, from the grass you had, you could put that right there, and right click with your shovel to turn that into a path block, and you'll see there's a little spot that I can chop any mobs that fall through, and when I press up against this, you'll be able to get the XP and the drops. If you don't have the the grass block because you don't have your Silk Touch, you can come over here and just put a half slab right here, or you can put the half slab up top like this. They may be able to see you when you're that close, so you do want to step back an extra block or two. You can still reach them and swipe at them, come in and collect, and keep going. And you want to make sure that this gap right here is only a half a block, so if any babies fall down, they won't be able to get you. I like the grass block more because it's that much harder for them to be able to hit you, and you can still hit them through this. And that's really all there is to it. Now what happens at nighttime, if you see I have an extra block in there, it doesn't really matter, they won't be able to fall through. At nighttime what's going to happen, and the reason I'm using the husk eggs is because husks won't burn in the sun, is the mobs will be, I do have it on peaceful mode so I could build this a little bit easier. The mobs will be able to track towards the egg, and you'll see they'll all try and stomp on it, but of course they can't reach it. They think that these trapdoors are blocks. They fall into the pit, and the water will jostle them and push them until they all eventually fall down the hole. It does look like they might get stuck, but they do eventually jostle around until they all end up falling down. And then more mobs come. And then more mobs fall in. And again, they all get pushed down. And then if I go into spectator mode, I can sneak in here. You want to grab a looting sword. If you have sweeping edge, of course, sharpness 5 is great because they're going to be on one touch from falling this far. You come in here and you just give them a swipe, and you see all that very nice XP is there to repair your wings or whatever it is you needed your quick repair for. And then you press up against this and you can see that you do get all of the loot from those mob drops. And then when morning comes and you're done, you can just dig your way back up to the surface or pillar back up to the surface with all the blocks you collected on your way down, and you will be able to move on your day. You do want to collect your turtle egg and your trapdoors if you don't want to have to make more on your way, as well as your water. And if you want to be a good environmentalist, you can fill this back in with your grass and dirt blocks, and no one will have any idea that you set up a micro XP mob farm to help you out on your journey. Now, if you did find this helpful, I would appreciate a like. If you found it interesting, maybe even share it with your friends. And for more videos like this, do be sure to subscribe. I will note that YouTube has given me a join button that is right next to the subscribe button, and as part of their membership is basically their equivalent to Patreon. So if you're interested in supporting me in that way as well, that would be greatly appreciated. You can see what kind of perks are offered over there. Once again, thanks for stopping by.